wait and see.
As long as she's learning a lot, she's enjoying life.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she's young.
Yeah, kind of like. I told her, I knew it's time to start thinking about it.
That must not have been her.
I told her a week or two ago, I was like, listen, do not come home if you feel like you gotta come home. You come home when you're ready to come home.
That's what,
See, I'm in an opposite phase right now. Both my daughters still want to marry me, which is great.
wait to become
The
teenagers.
5-year-old just turned 5, and she goes, "Daddy, we be married." And I said, "Yes, we are."
Yes.
And then the 7-year-old says, "Dad, when do I have to grow up?" I said, "Never." As a matter of fact, Mom and Dad said you could live here forever. I said, but when you're a teenager, we'll probably have a little bit of conflict then that we'll have to resolve. But you can live here with us forever. And of course, Kelly loves that because she's started.
Is Kelly one of those? She loves that. No, during her teenage years.
It's hard though.
Or, you know,
Do you want them to come in now?
I'm gonna be quiet.
There were a couple of years. But there's also just mental health, and then there's yes. So
All right, we'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. Dr. Teppadino, will you lead us in the pledge? Sure.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our next item is the audience of any citizen. Is there anyone, I don't see anyone here in the audience tonight to speak. No? All right, we're going to move on to the approval of board minutes. You should have August 8, 2024 minutes. And had a chance to review them. If there's no questions, I'll ask for a motion to approve the August 8, 2024 minutes.
So moved.
Mr. Medina,
Second.
Dr. Surrency, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It's passed. All right, our next item is the student government report. Miss, I saw you back there. Come on up. Well, here, let's let everyone come on in, and then we'll have your report.
There's a lot of them.
I know.
Good afternoon, trustees. I'm happy to report that all welcome back activities that we hosted were a huge success. We saw a great influx of students participating in our events. Unfortunately, due to flooding, we are unable to take our students on the Ishituckney Springs field trip this year. Following Welcome Back Week, we hosted Club Rush. At Club Rush, SGA saw a record number of students signing up to be members of SGA as senators. So far in September, we had a Disney Pixar Trivia Day that saw 11 student teams participate. Sign-up started for Halloween Horror Nights on September 6th at 8 a.m., and we sold out all 52 seats by 4 p.m. that same day. On the 9th and 10th, students participated in our paint pouring project. Between the 2 days, 50 students completed the art project. Constitution Day will be held on September 17th. The Supervisor of Elections office will come out to register students. We will hold a mock election. Students will take a citizenship quiz and play constitutional trivia games. To round out the month, we will host another trivia event. Snow Cone Days, and the Fall Sidewalk Festival on the 25th. On September 5th, Gail Kennington, SGA Legislative Liaison, and I participated in a Zoom meeting to discuss how to propose planks at our upcoming President's Meeting for the Florida College System, SGA. I will be participating in that tomorrow. This concludes my report for today. Do you have any questions?
Any questions? We really appreciate all you do. You do a great job. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your support.
You're welcome. Okay, our next item is the presentation of the consent agenda. Items on the consent agenda are routine business, state directives, and/or compliance items. All items have been reviewed by the board attorney and have been available to the board for its examination. Any trustee can request a topic to be removed from the consent agenda and discussed further. Typographical errors will be noted and corrected in the board minutes. Is there anything that any board member wishes to pull from the consent agenda, or any additions or corrections? If not, I'd ask for a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion.
Dr. Teppadino?
Second.
Miss Allen? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It's passed. All right. Our next item on the agenda is academic affairs. Ms. Ciez Voles.
Good afternoon, trustees. It is my privilege to share some updates on behalf of the Academic Affairs Division. To begin, our college received a letter of commendation in terms of the 2024 Baccalaureate Program Review, with no findings or citations of note and no further action of concern. In addition, this past summer, 2 of our professors led a group of 8 students abroad in London on a transformative journey, introducing them to the world beyond our service area, beyond Florida. And 2 of those students received the prestigious Gilman Scholarship, which seeks to benefit students from minority socioeconomic backgrounds and often those from rural backgrounds. In addition, in workforce, career, and technical education, 3 of our programs have recently received the much sought-after recertification in emergency medical services, in law enforcement, and in corrections. In addition, in our nursing program, we have reviewed very closely, as well as collaboratively, the competitive point system to present to future applicants an even more fair and equitable acceptance model. Additionally, in teacher preparation, we now have 13 student interns who are seeking to advance their credentials toward a degree enabling them to teach at the K through 6 level. And as we look ahead, our Center for E-Learning is embracing opportunities to bring artificial intelligence education to faculty and staff, and will soon launch a 4-workshop series focusing on how teachers might incorporate the responsible and ethical use of AI in their classes throughout all of our academic areas. At this time, I pause to invite any questions that you might have for us in academic affairs.
Anyone?
How is the nursing change being accepted? Are you having any pushback, or is there anything we can do to support you more?
Thank you, Dr. Teppadino. Led by Assistant Dean Ann Brown, it was a collaborative endeavor that brought together colleagues from student affairs as well as enrollment services so that we could look not only through an academic lens, but also through a student-centric one. And although we did initially have some concerns following the review of applicants for admission in this fall cohort cycle, we think that we've reached a very congenial and collaborative resolution, and we're looking forward to implementing it effective in the spring 2025 term.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, anything else? All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is Student Affairs and Public Information. Mr. Cardenas.
Dr. Bear, would you like to take this opportunity to introduce our guest today and as part of our Student Activities and Student Affairs Division?
Or you want me to do it?
Yeah, would you?
no,
I could too.
No, I was like, oh, you put me on the spot. Unprepared. That phone call got me. I think I'm going to turn it over to who I call Coach Saban. Ricky, if you want to come up here. I mean, we always say, I think I've told you all along, if you're in Alabama, it says roll tide. We say roll Wolves. 30-2 the last 2 years, 2 national champions in the first 2 years. What can I say about these young athletes, scholar athletes, and also that few of them aren't with us today because they've transferred on to universities, and that's what it's all about, earning a student education, but also winning the 3rd national championship in a row so we can go to the Mercedes-Benz Dome in Atlanta in May. Right, ladies? So I'm going to turn it over to Ricky. No pressure on you.
Well, thank you guys for having us. I'll real quick just go through and introduce them by name, say a few words on them. Obviously, we love getting to talk about them. They're a great group, and I think they represent our college and this community really well. So I'll start down at the end. London Jenkins, and then Anaya Johnson, Michaela Brown, Tramisha Harris, Shanara Shahid, Keely Allen, Alex Harris, Kayla Ludwig, Angelina Harrell, Layla West. Zamari has been with us. I still include her into everything. So Zamari, you guys know her well. Ashton Dickerson, Maddie Douglas, Emma Clow, Hannah McIver, Ainsley Littles, Rachel White, Addie Hood, Daria Longley, Zakila Sagara, and our assistant coach, Coach Callan. We actually just got done with a small celebration over there on campus earlier, and I think the biggest thing that always sticks out to me is I'm never any less grateful or honored to be able to come and visit you guys. Obviously, we're here for an incredible reason and some great accomplishments last year. I think at the end of the day, though, the thing that always sticks out to me so much is any great business or team, organization, hospital, whatever it is, it's great because of the people. And I think our program is a really good representation of that, as is this entire school. I think it starts at the top with you guys, and from all of us to you guys, I just appreciate, number one, allowing this to happen. Your support of the college throughout, but athletics, allowing us to have the freedom to do what we do with our players and to give a platform for them to pursue something they're super passionate about, to represent the school really well. I think the biggest thing, and I think I catch myself with it quite often. I think all of us in the moment, if you take a step back, it's easy to see like the immediate thing that we're doing, but with you guys bringing athletics back, 7-8 years ago and allowing all these things to happen, each of their lives have been given an opportunity to take on a slightly different path because of the opportunity to be part of a program like ours. And it's not only us, it's the basketball team, it's cross country, it's fishing, and so when you have opportunities to be a part of something that not only gives you a platform to compete in a sport that we love, but I think learn different life aspects that are going to carry on far beyond this, I think it's just special. I appreciate the relationships and the growth so much. It's so cool to see the growth. When they come in as 17, 18, 19-year-old freshmen, they leave 2 years later, but they're entirely different people. At the core, they're the same, but the growth that we see is just so cool. Winning is tremendous. Obviously, we're in a business of competitive, sports, and we want to win. Ultimately, that's a goal, but I think what we do with the people is far more important, and the relationships are such a core part of what we do. It's definitely the thing that I take out of this so much, and so on behalf of all of us, to you guys, I just appreciate it. I hope we have many more opportunities to come and see you guys and hang out. And you guys are always welcome to come see us. Like, we're out there at the boys club, obviously, and anytime you want to come practice, you can jump out there with us if you want. Or if you want to stand on the sideline with us and watch. But I think it's really impressive to watch what they do every day. We ask a lot of them, and they're asked a lot on campus. Obviously, getting a degree of higher education is a ton of work in itself, and then they're doing study hall hours, they're working out, and then we demand a lot at practice, and I think the demand is worth it. We talk a lot about choosing hard. You know, throughout life, there's so many opportunities to choose hard or choose easy, and it's real easy in human nature is to choose easy, but choose hard because in the end it's so worth it. You know, and so I'm really glad that we get the chance to stand here today and be with you guys, and I appreciate you giving us a little bit of your time tonight, so thank you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
For those of you who don't know, Chris Hackett is our Director of Athletics. He's been with us now his third year. So does a great job coordinating all the athletics for these sports teams, the 8 of them. So.
Well, that's great, and we're very proud of y'all. Y'all should be proud of yourselves. I mean, this is what an accomplishment. I think your coach should take you around to UF and FSU to show them what winners look like. But we're very happy to have y'all here. I don't know if anybody else had anything they want to say, but I want to say thank you very much and congratulations.
Yeah,
thank you.
Congratulations. So you see the beautiful hardware that was very well earned by your hard work. Is there something that we also need to do for the next season to be prepared, or an ask that that maybe, you know, we're in a position where we're very fortunate to have you and to have this amazing team, and we want to make sure we keep each and every one of you happy. So if there's an ask or something that we need to be modifying, I know there are channels at which you can ask, but please feel free to use whatever means that you have to communicate with us, because we want to make sure you guys all have what you need.
No, I really appreciate that. And Dr. Barrett and I recently had a meeting together, and Coach Hackett and I meet, and I think we have a meeting next week.
Something's coming. So.
All right.
You know, just to continue, like you said, I mean, for sure, I think the biggest thing for me and for all these players, and we talk about this a lot, is we've had a lot of success, but we don't want to get complacent. Like, our goal is to continue to make Florida Gateway the standard in flag football. And I think it goes obviously far beyond just the sport. But with that is continuing to push and elevate. And I think that you guys, from Dr. Barrett, you guys all the way down, have been super supportive of us. And so I guess that would be the only thing. Just continue to, you know, do everything that you're doing and allow us to continue to hopefully make you guys proud.
We want to choose hard as well.
That's it.
So,
So thank you guys.
All right. Well, we certainly encourage you, if you would love to sit here and watch the inner workings of academia, to stay, but you guys are more than welcome to go if you want to go.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah. Thank you for having us. I know.
Aren't we adding that at the Olympics?
Yeah, we are, and that's what we're working on.
I kind of want like a cool jersey now.
I do too. I was
Actually, I do think there are some rings left, so we're thinking about giving each of you the ring.
Nice.
No.
So that's what we're trying to do. That's why, I don't know if we have enough. That's what we're trying to work on.
Let's just put it this way: if you're not present at this meeting,
That's
you
right.
don't get the
Yeah.
So anybody who's not present at the meeting,
They're on
is
the
not-
second
They're on second tier choice selection.
Yes.
But the jerseys are cool,
The jerseys
man.
are cool.
All right.
So yeah, can we get some of those? Those are.
Yeah.
Woo.
I don't know
I'll
if you
pay.
fit.
I'll pay.
Yeah, we can.
I'll pay.
All right, we'll figure it out.
Financially, yeah.
All right, Mr. Cardenas.
Well, Mr. Chairman, this is normally where I just drop the mic and walk out, which I think would be appropriate, but I won't do that. I have other areas too. Ricky does amaze me. That is the second time he has gone through every single player, did not miss a name, first or last name. So a true testament to Coach is the one who knows his players that well, and he gives that impression everywhere he goes. Also, when we honor the team like this, it makes me think about all the other moving parts that go along with that, the faculty that support this team and all of our athletic teams, all the other administrators, from the people who book their travel to the people who mow the lawns and make the fields as nice as they are. We owe so much to all of the FGC community, so I just wanted to make sure we got that out there. So thank you. Well, I'd start out with student activities and Welcome Back Week. We had a lot of success there. The campus was buzzing with excitement as we welcomed over 300 faculty and staff to our community picnic. The first 4 days of the semester, the Student Activities Office kept the energy high with 250 students daily. An incredible turnout fueled by Chick-fil-A, pizza, and a ton of beverages. Chick-fil-A pulls them in, and it did again this year. So a lot of good stuff going on there. Maps and munchies. Nobody was lost. No freshmen were lost in the first week, so we were happy about that. Student government, I have great news on student government. Our Student Government Association is poised for a groundbreaking year with a record number of participants. We have 18 new senators that joined during Club Rush to join our 4-member executive board. In the last 5 years since I've been here, we have not had a student government this large, so we're proud to have more voices ever actively representing our student body this upcoming year. They're already asking to go to the conferences and to get on the Zoom calls, so it's a very active group. I'm looking forward to a very exciting year on that front. The Public Information Office, of course, has been busy getting out press releases, Taylor Swift tribute concerts, flag football celebrations, FGC cross-country season opener. As you know, Stephen was at commencement, the 2024 summer commencement, where he took over 300 photos. All of them were put out on Facebook, so if you'd like to see photos of that entire event, they are out there, captured the joy and pride of the graduates and families. Also, through the Public Information Office, we host a blood drive. We did that on August 29th, where we partnered with Life South Community Blood Centers. The next opportunity for students and staff to help save lives will be on October 24th. In our athletic area, a lot of exciting news, even outside of flag football. Our FGC women's golf teed off their inaugural season at the highly competitive Seminole State College Fall Warm-Up in Sanford, Florida last weekend. Among a national champion field, no exaggeration, Seminole State has won 4 out of the last 5 national championships in women's golf. So a super competitive field. They finished second in their own tournament. That's how competitive this was. Carly Gainey, a Columbia High School graduate, secured a top 20 finish in her first ever collegiate tournament. So it was an outstanding start to our program on that front. We have 6 golfers on that team right now, and we'll be expanding that in the spring. Cross country, our men's and women's cross country teams delivered strong performances at the Valdosta State Border Clash. Freshman Troy Winkler finished 4th, which is an amazing result for a freshman. Sophomore Roxy Autumn placed 6th and earned the honor of the FCSAA Women's Cross Country Runner of the Week. So notably, FGC alum and Valdosta State runner Sarah Simpson finished 3rd. So women's cross country, that legacy continues even at that next level. So it was great seeing Sarah out there, even though she beat us, but she ran a tremendous race. And finally, kind of athletics by the numbers going into this new year. We have 98 student athletes, which makes up approximately 3% of our total student headcount at FGC. Collectively, these students are enrolled in 1,403 credit hours, which comprises 2% of all of our total credit hours at the school. And our athletes currently represent 6 states: Florida, Georgia, Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, and Virginia. And that is my report, Mr. Chairman. Are there any
Great.
questions?
Anyone have any questions? All right, well, thank you very much.
you.
All right, our next item is enrollment and marketing, and I understand Dr. Barrett's going to handle that.
Yep, Ms. Mims threw her back out this morning, so she's not with us tonight. I said I would give a brief report on her behalf, mainly about enrollment. Our fall enrollment has continued to maintain an increase over last fall. We were at 2,995 students in headcount compared to last year's 2,883 last fall, which is a 3.9% increase. We are at 28,457 credit hours compared to 26,440 credit hours last fall, for a 7.6% increase. We will continue to promote our late start classes and also our holiday session, which will be in a 4-week session between the end of fall and the beginning of spring, and which is interesting with our athletes. That is now, with this total enrollment by head count, 3% of our head count, total head count, and 4% of our total of credit hours. I did that this afternoon. That is my report, Mr. Chair.
Okay, any questions about enrollment and marketing? If not, our next item is business services report. Ms. Holloway.
Good afternoon. I have my 2 usual budget amendments to ask approval for, and I will ask them approval for both of them at the same time, if that's okay.
Yes.
With the board. Okay. Budget amendment number 2. College requests approval of budget amendment number 2 to the restricted fund for the fiscal year 24-25 This amendment recognizes revised award authorizations and new grants received in the 24-25 fiscal year. And then for the capital outlay, we are requesting approval of Fund 7, Budget Amendment Number 2, which has been revised so the report reflects actual revenue, revised budgeted expenditures, actual expenses, and updated projects through August 28, 2024.
Okay, are there any questions? And if not, I'll call for a motion to adopt both budget requests.
I so move.
Ms. Allen?
Second.
I didn't, no, Dr. Sorensen. All right. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, so carried.
Thank you. My next item is the annual carry-forward spending plan. The college requests board approval of the 23-24 Florida College System carry-forward spending plan pursuant to Florida Statutes 1013.841.
All right, anyone have any questions? I'll call for a motion to approve the carry-forward spending plan.
So moved, Medina.
Mr. Medina,
I'll second.
Dr. Teppadino, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried.
Any questions?
Any questions? All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Our next item is the President's report. Dr. Barrett.
I'll make this brief, Mr. Chair. Did receive a letter from Live United Way of the Swanee Valley. I just want to read it in regards to our staff. I want to share how thankful I am for your support in our Building Better Communities Awareness Breakfast. Words cannot express how appreciative we are of you giving of your staff's time and creating our video and slideshow. Lance did an amazing job. We would not have been successful if it had not been for your team. Our goal of helping, healing, and giving hope is impossible without caring community members like your college. We are truly grateful that you were willing to give of your time. Because of you, the future of your community is brighter than ever. Sincerely, Jennifer Anchors, Executive Director. I say that because we sometimes forget that our AV department, Lance Bass, and so much does so much for this campus and broadcasts this video and so forth. So he does this for the community and also for this board and for any others. So I just wanted to let you know that. We've had significant challenges as a campus over the last few weeks with storms. After Hurricane Debbie, and some resulted from Hurricane Debbie that we did not find out about, and others. We had a bad lightning storm here, has taken down some of our buildings, such as the Automotive Tech Building and also our Wellness Center and some other areas on campus. We had to rent emergency generators. A couple of our transformers have been fried, and it was going to be 6 to 8 weeks. Thanks to Lee and some others on campus, working with FPL, we were able to get the parts for them. Remember, these are transformers that are not FPL transformers, they're internal transformers. And the cost has been pretty significant. We have filed an insurance claim, and it's been very stressful with humidity, mold, you name it, and it just keeps on accumulating. So we are working, we got back up. We immediately relocated some of those offices and some of those classrooms, but we were up in 2 weeks instead of 6 to 8 weeks, as they said to us. So, but we're still recovering from some of that. So it's been an interesting start, I will say that. And thanks to the facility staff, Michelle's staff, and everybody for being cooperative, academics. It's been a couple of tough weeks. Also wanted to let you know, on another negative note, we have ongoing dealings with the city of Lake City that are getting pretty significant. I know Ms. Logan is handling them from a legal point of view, and they're being handled by me at the political level. Stay tuned for more issues. We did request a meeting with the city. I asked that we have a special meeting with the city, that this board potentially have a meeting with them. They've asked to delay that. I think we need to have everyone at least be communicating about what's happening between the two entities and see if we can end our I always say you got to be good neighbors, and neighbors the worst thing is to have a neighbor you don't get along with, and so I think we've been very cooperative about that, and that's the strategy we take. But it's been a challenge, so I wanted to let you know that. Two better notes, and then I'll end. Is Mr. Cardenas did not mention our fishing team. Bryson Osteen and Seth Jones came in fourth nationally. With about 360 fishermen out there, 160 teams. And it was interesting, and I will say 2 teams, and what are they, Langston? There's 2 teams that have 55 fishing teams at their college, and they have like 1,200 in their whole school. Wow. Their school is like, and they lined up that day. So I didn't know that, but I will tell a little joke. So somebody came up to me and said, "You're the president of the college?" Because I was there for the final day. And I said, "Yeah." And they said, "How many teams do you have?" And I didn't know who it was. I said, "Well, we have 4 teams, and 3 of them are here." And I said, "How many teams did you have here?" So we have 55 teams. I said, "Well, I guess it's not all about quantity, is it?" So I didn't. But they did great. We will celebrate them at the next meeting. So it was great. It was up in South Carolina, Anderson, South Carolina, and they did fabulously. And remember that club sport doesn't cost the institution any money, that they have to fundraise themselves and so forth. So it was a great opportunity to get to see that. So I'm very proud of that. And one last thing, and this will be good, with student housing on campus full, 82. And a wait list, well, we don't have a wait list now, but at the time we would have between 20 and 26 people on a wait list. The college has started looking at a creative venue to try to expand housing with a good business plan. And I should be bringing something to you in the coming months about that. So I just wanted to let you know that we're working towards that. So, Mr. Chair, that's my report. Thank you.
All right, great. Anyone have any questions, comments?
No, but I just want to say, if you've never seen one of the fishing final weigh-ins, it's fun. I watch all of that because I think it's real. I think it's just really awesome that we have teams, because we do have more than one, that are so competitive. And the boys come in with their bags and they lay them up there and weigh the fish, and they try to build the suspense on the weights, and it's a lot of fun. And I am a recruiter for the fishing team, just to let y'all know. I send videos and information out to boys that fish. That's their life passion. That's what they do all the time. I said, see how good FGC is. You need to come here. So
I will tell you this is the last funny story. We got to go, but so the fish, there was 2 dead fish with Osteen's, Bryson's, and Seth's team, and you get penalized. So you have to keep those fish alive before the weigh-in. So they got penalized 6 ounces. So he says, "We're going to lose because he actually texted me, "We're going to lose because of this." And I said, "Don't you know CPR? Come on, that's what we should have talked. Mouth to mouth."
Yeah,
So,
mouth to mouth.
Anyway, that's my, Mr. Chair, I'm sorry.
Mr. Chair, are any of these events telecast
they're
or live
live stream.
I
I
would
watch
just
them.
love to know
Yeah,
those
yeah, it'd be
events
fun.
are
Okay,
taking
we'll
place.
okay.
Yeah.
So,
Definitely. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate all these extracurricular activities are the kind of thing that are going to keep bringing people here, and I think it's great. So thank you. Absolutely. All right. Next item is topic for future meetings. Anyone have any topics for any future meetings they'd like to see brought before the board? All right. If not, then the warrant register is always available for inspection, and you can bring questions or comments to the board. Our next meeting will be on October 10th. It will be here at 5 o'clock. And if there's nothing else, then I will declare this meeting adjourned.
She does do a great job recruiting.